Nation, welcome to another Manly Monday live. Oh man, I missed you guys last week, but it was Halloween and I had to go trick-or-treating with my kids because, well, that's one of the great things you get to do as a dad is go trick-or-treating with your kids. And hey, that doesn't last forever, right? They're going to get too cool for that, which means there goes my excuse to dress up in a silly outfit. And I love Halloween. I've always been a fan. So thank you. I'm sorry I didn't announce it. I know some people were looking for the show, but I apologize. I did not warn you guys that that was the plan, but I just could not pass up going trick-or-treating with my kids. I figure you guys would understand. Guys, are you waiting for that perfect moment? Do you just need to get one or two more things in place, then you're good to go, right? You got it down. I've certainly found myself in this thought process before, and I doubt that I'm the only one. So hopefully you're tracking with me tonight. In fact, according to one study, 25% of adults consider procrastination to be a defining personality trait for them. Then we have perfectionist. Perfectionism is actually statistically on the rise, which is horrible news. And then add in those who are easily distracted, the squirrel kind of people, right? And we have a whole lot of people who will never chase down their dreams and sadly never reach their best selves. Well, guys, before we give up hope, because I think a lot of us probably fall in that category, myself included, let's explore the possibility that all of these things are things that can be overcome and they don't have to hold you back in life. In fact, I believe it so much that that's what tonight's show is about. So let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Manly Monday Night. I am so glad to see you guys tonight and missed you incredibly last week. I really do look forward to doing this with you guys every week and just that chance to connect with my community and hear what you guys have to say. So if you're watching tonight, let us know you're here. Join in the conversation in the chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, you know what? You count. You're part of this too. So leave us comments. I read your comments. I respond to your comments. I promise. They're important to me. So jump in, whether you're on the replay or live, let us know you're here, shout out and be a part of the conversation. And if you have questions for our Q&A portion of the show, there is a link under the video you're watching right now, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, and it doesn't matter, that will take you to a form where you can put down your question and I can bring you on, send you an invitation to come on during the Q&A. Or if you're not going to be available to catch us live sometime, but you really want your question answered, you can also use that form to submit a question and I will answer it on the next show. And that way, if you couldn't be here, we still get a chance to answer your question because your questions are important to us and we want to answer those questions. So check that out. If you got a question and you're here with us tonight and you want to throw it in the comment section, put a QQ in front of it so my lovely wife, Sarah, can see that and highlight it for me so I don't miss it because I'm a little slow sometimes and she makes sure I don't miss things. I see Shirley's joining us. Good to see you tonight, Shirley. Thanks for jumping on. Guys, I'm excited about tonight because I get to do quotes and I love quotes. You know that. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." This has become one of my favorite quotes because it literally strips away every excuse you have for not doing something. You don't have to do the craziest thing in the world. You don't need to be the most spectacular. You don't need to be the most famous. You just need to do what you can with what you have where you are. Let me take a side note to mention how much of a badass Teddy Roosevelt really was, guys. A brief list of some of his accomplishments. He was the president of the United States twice, was a cowboy for the first part of his life, led the Rough Riders in war in Cuba, won a Nobel Prize, went on African safaris, created the Panama Canal, and took an expedition to South America just for fun. Oh yeah, and one time he was shot before giving a speech, diagnosed himself as, "I'm fine," gave a 90-minute speech, and then only afterwards did he decide to go to the hospital. So the guy is pretty spectacular. In fact, I'm going to give him a little credence in saying that his advice is probably worth listening to, and it might actually be worth our time. He didn't say, when you have it all worked out, when it's perfect, when all the stars align, or at the perfect time. No, guys, all we can really do in the real present moment, in reality, is what we can with what we have where we are. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You just need to start. So what does that actually look like, right? How do we actually proceed? Well, number one, guys, identify what the issue is that's holding you back from action. Are you a procrastinator? Are you a perfectionist? Are you easily distracted? Me. Are you afraid of success? That's actually pretty common. You have to know what's in your way before you can attack it. Once you identify what it is that's actually preventing you from taking actions, then you can make a plan on how to remove it or work it out or work around it or how to adapt yourself. This gets really specific depending on which one of these you're trying to overcome. So we're not going to deep dive on this one tonight, but that's the really most important thing you can start with is you need to understand what is it that is holding you back from taking action. I see we got some more people joining. Hey, jump in. Let us know you're here. It's a much better show when I get to talk to you guys as opposed to you just listening to me. And I'm sure you guys appreciate that more because that means you listen to me less, which is a great thing. Let us know you're here, guys. I really do look forward to these conversations with you guys. Number 2, stop buying your own excuses. I bought into this one so many times. Okay. When you buy into your own excuses, you live a smaller life and you shortchange yourself out of a whole host of experiences you'll never let yourself have. Your excuses literally end up stealing your life and you end up doing way less than you're capable of. I mean, really, stop. I don't know how to say that clearly. Most excuses are born out of a fear of succeeding, actually, statistically, with a little less being born out of a fear of failure. More people actually come up with excuses because they're actually scared to succeed. Failure is the biggest catalyst of success. It's a critical part of every journey to being better and achieving your goals. Now you're aware of that, right? Now that we've said that and you're aware, okay? Even if you didn't know that before, success is built on failure. Your failure is really important. The excuse that's left is succeeding. Then you really got to ask yourself, would it really be so bad to succeed? I don't really think so. I think a lot of us are scared to succeed because a lot of us are scared that we're going to have to go to another level, that like there will be higher expectations if we're successful when we try things. We might have more expectations from spouses or from ourselves or from our bosses. And we're afraid of that because we're afraid that we won't be able to maintain that afterwards. Shirley says, a man without vision will not, maybe, might, oughta, will perish. I have no doubt that is a quote. I'm not sure where that's from, but it's a good quote and I like it. Now, guys, I'm excited because, hey, we have to pay the bills and paying the bills counts. So if you'll bear with us, guys, we got to pay the bills around here. So let me ask you, how well do you sleep at night? Do you toss and turn and wake up more tired than when you went to bed? Sleep is commonly one of the critical elements people fall short on in their life. The quality of sleep you get directly affects your ability to control your weight, your ability to add muscle, your stress levels, and your everyday job and life performance. Now, if you're ready to move to the next level, then sleep has to be part of the plan. Check out our friends over at ghostbed.com. And if you're ready to get your best sleep, because I can tell you personally, I love my ghost bed. I've been sleeping on one for several years now, and it's made a huge difference in the way I sleep. So hit ghostbed.com and use the code TheFallibleMan30 to get 30% off your order and start getting your better night's sleep and start living the life you want to live. Now, we're paying the bills, so we'll go back to the show, guys. Number 3, create an action plan. Now, if you've ever been on the show, then this shouldn't shock you. Like, no one is surprised this is coming, okay? I'm all about having a good plan for everything. But here's the important step. Set a start date sooner than later. A lot of people come up with great plans, right? In fact, there are a lot of people who just like to plan things, but they never actually set a start date. And if they do, they set it so far away, they might as well not set a start date. So create your plan, because you'll always hear me say that. Create actionable plans. But set a start date sooner than later. Force yourself to step into it. Right? If you give yourself more time, you will take more time to get there. If you give yourself less time, you'll get there faster. It's a guarantee. That's just the way it works. Now tell me, in the comments, guys, are in the comments of the video, in the chat section. How many of you actually sit down and create step-by-step plans on how to achieve your goals? Let us know in the comments. Either give us like 100% emoji if you're really into it, or if you just agree, you can say, I disagree. Or, for those of you who are not emoji savvy like me, because I really stink at emojis in conversations, especially in chat windows, but let us know and tell us what you think. Does it actually help you? Number 4. I love this because this is so important. Punch fear in the face and hit record. One of the men in my life that I study what their work is like, and I study how they work and how they do things, is the founder of Think Media named Sean Cannell. Think Media is the go-to place to go if you want to learn how to do YouTube. And this is his saying, but it applies on a much broader spectrum. You may not want to be a YouTuber. I get it. That's one of the reasons I follow him, is I want to be better at YouTube. But that's fine. You don't have to want to be a YouTuber. You don't want to record videos? That's fine. You want to start being healthier? You want to move to that next level in your job? The answer is punch fear in the face and you fill in the blank. Punch fear in the face and start. Punch fear in the face and work harder. Punch fear in the face and eat better. Actually hold yourself accountable there. Punch fear in the face and go to the gym, even though it scares you. Punch fear in the face and put in the study time so you can move forward in your job. You can fill that in any way you want. The message stays the same and it applies universally. Punch fear in the face and pursue your dreams and your goals. Now, guys, I want to share with you some exciting news, an update on the Phoenix Conference. As you know, we have our virtual and in-person event February 10th and 11th called the Phoenix Men's Conference. And our theme this year is Man on a Mission, right? We want to help men find their purpose. Well, we're excited tonight to announce that we've added 2 more speakers to our lineup. We've added Elizabeth Lewis and we've added Rob Lohman. Elizabeth and Rob, I've done work with Rob a couple times. In fact, he was here on Manly Monday answering questions for families or people who love addicts, because Rob specializes in interventions. Elizabeth is an executive performance coach working at the highest level, guys, and she has a lot to offer. We're so excited to announce that they will be joining us for the Phoenix as speakers. This year, it's going to be incredible. We are just getting started. Tickets are on sale now. And I say it every week, guys, but really, early bird prices aren't going to be around much longer. I'm going to have to start bumping the ticket prices up. So go to thefallibleman.com/the Phoenix. Get your tickets virtual. Oh, and a new offering. If you live farther away, we are now going to add a simulcast option. Say you live too far away to come by yourself, to come to the event, and you're going to attend virtually, but maybe you got a bunch of friends who want to come. You don't all have to attend virtually separately. We have a simulcast option. So if you want to create your own event at your company or at your congregation or wherever you're watching from and gather a group of guys, you can contact us at info@thefallibleman.com and we will walk you through that process on how to simulcast the event and host your own event, whether it's at your church, at your business, or at your friend's house with 15 of your closest friends, whatever it is. Those options are now available, and we are so excited that we're moving forward with this. Number 5, practice some grace with yourself. This is one of the hardest things that people do. Let me just tell you now, this is one of the absolute hardest things for people to do. It's not going to go smooth. It won't be perfect the first time. That's okay. Start messy. You can get better, but 100% of people who don't start will never reach their goals. Give yourself some grace. My first podcast episodes are so stiff and awkward, I actually kind of hate to watch them. But compared to where I am now, right? Those were so stiff and awkward. And I look at them, I'm like, wow, that's kind of embarrassing. And yet I'm a top 3% podcast and I'm still getting better. Sean Cannell, the guy from Think Media, he keeps his very first video on his channel to remind himself and to remind other people that even a guy with millions of people watching him started somewhere. And guys, his is bad. Like, my first videos look really good because I had a chance to learn from other people. But I mean, he keeps it there to remind people he's got millions of views, but his first videos were horrible. From all the entrepreneurs I've interviewed, guys, just start. Give yourself a little more grace to be messy, to not have it all figured out. You'll learn more, you'll improve faster, and you'll get a lot farther. Shirley says, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR has some great quotes. That is one of his more famous ones. Andrew says, sorry I'm late. Being honest with yourself doesn't mean being mean to yourself. That is 100% accurate. We need to give ourselves some grace. So many people are so hard on themselves. I know so many people who just beat themselves up when they do something wrong. Give yourself some grace. All right. Common Man's in the house. Dave, good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Guys, it's okay. Treat yourself with the grace and love that a close loved one would treat you with, or more. It's okay to start messy and not have all the answers starting out. Number 6, guys, be accountable to someone. Don't go it alone. This is the fastest way to sabotage yourself on your forward progress. They don't have to be doing the same thing you are, okay? This is a common mistake with the idea of accountability. The person who's helping you be accountable doesn't have to be on the same exact path or journey. You don't have to. I don't have to find another YouTuber to hold me accountable to do my job on YouTube, or another podcaster to hold me accountable to do my job podcasting. You don't have to find someone who's on the exact same path. You do have to find somebody you won't blow off, that you'll listen to, and who will actually hold your best interest and love at heart. So find somebody to help you stay accountable. This can be an individual person. This can be a group. I know some people who have accountability groups that help. Each one of them helps hold each other accountable. They call each other on the carpet every week. But find someone to help you be accountable. You are far less likely to achieve your goals and dreams trying to go at 100% on your own, guys. It's just not a healthy approach. So be accountable to somebody. Now, guys, I'm blowing through this pretty quick, and I hope you're following along. And if I'm going too fast, hey, it's on video, right? YouTube is forever. So it's there. We're also on Rumble. So even if YouTube decides they don't like me, we have a backup plan. But remember, identify what issue is holding you back from action. Are you a procrastinator? Are you a perfectionist? Are you easily distracted? Stop buying into your own excuses. Create an action plan, which is a given on this channel. Punch fear in the face and just fill in the blank, whatever you need to do. Hit record, go to the gym, choose better food, throw the junk food out of your house, start studying, start working harder, just start. Fill it in however you need to. Practice some grace with yourself and be accountable to somebody. If you leave it to yourself, you will fall short. I can almost guarantee it. This is experience. This isn't me pointing fingers. This is just, if I leave it to myself, don't have accountability, I will come up short, guys. It's just part of the process. Shirley says, admit your mistakes and do better next time, right? Grace and accountability all in one. Guys, I'm so excited about the things we've shared with you. We've got our first sponsor in the books. We've got the 2 speakers announced for the Phoenix guys, and that's going to be incredible. And we are like booming. I've recorded 7 episodes for season 4 this week alone. Okay. The Fallible Man podcast is just getting up and rolling. We're going to keep coming hard, and we got some amazing things coming down the line for you. I just recorded the Christmas show, guys. I got something really extra special for you on that one. You're going to love that podcast. So be sure and catch all those coming up. Now, the time is always now. When it comes to starting, when it comes to stop waiting for the perfect time, the time is always now. Start the plan, start the new action, take a step, just one. And when you don't die, take another one. Once you find out it's really not that scary to take the first step. pretty soon you're going to be running towards your goal, wondering why you took so long and you waited so long to get going, guys. It's just a compounding effect. The more you actually take those steps, the easier those steps are going to I can't talk now. The easier so those steps are going to be, and the farther you're going to get. Guys, as always, be better tomorrow because of what you do today. And we'll see you on the next one.